one, didn't we? Doncaster Rovers 1, Crewe Alexandra 2, and you know what? I think it's a 50-50 blame today. 50% goes to the players for not showing that ruthlessness against Ipswich. Where was that? Where was that against Ipswich? But the other 50% goes to that disgraceful referee that is the living embodiment of a shiny turd. That is what this referee is. He is a living embodiment of a turd. That referee was a disgrace today. Absolute disgrace. It felt like even a single breath, right? A single breath on a Crewe player was a criminal offence. If we breathed on a Crewe player's armpit hair, we'd immediately get a life sentence for first degree Crewe Alexandra murder. Like, the referee just gave everything to them. It was unbelievable. And there was 2 massive penalty shouts. One was a free kick, and that ended up being the second goal. So if it was a penalty, he probably would have scored it anyway. But I did see the replay, don't worry, it was just outside the penalty box, so it was a free kick. He did make the right decision. And to be fair to Pickering, it was a good free kick. You know, so it was a decent free kick, but, you know, I just don't know. And the other one, the one before it, was that a penalty? I'm still 50-50 on it. I'm still 50-50. And do you know what the best bit is though? This is why I call the referee a living embodiment of a turd. There was a bit of play where it actually hit our player's elbow, and they gave it a free kick. And the same thing happened to Crewe, and they didn't give anything, and it was more of a handball than the Doncaster one. So what's the thinking process behind that? What is the thinking process behind that? It's like trying to think up the biggest mathematical theory on sand. It's just going to blow away and it doesn't matter. The referee just treated everything like it was Crewe's decision and not ours. It was absolutely disgraceful. That referee was, I mean, I've said it in the past, but yeah, I've said this before, but I'm going to use a different analogy. I'm spitting straight facts today. The referee was about as useless as a snail in NASCAR. It was absolutely useless having that referee because he just gave everything to Crewe, even when the decision was ours, not Crewe's. He is so useless. You could put him, if he was a postman, you could put him in the Royal Mail Olympics and he'd come last. He's absolutely useless in his job. Absolutely. But don't think for 1 second that I'm going to blame the referee for the entire performance, because Rovers should have been more ruthless. Okunabiri should have taken more chances. I definitely think the Taylor knock, I hope it's a knock. I hope it was just a caution injury substitution in the 9th minute, which is why he's getting the average 6 rating, because he didn't, you know, we can't really give him a proper rating, so we have to give him the average 6. But Taylor came off in the 9th minute for Lakilo, and Lakilo did quite well. Lakilo did very well. It was one of our better performers today. But Doncaster just showed no ruthlessness. We lacked in the gameplay. And we let Crewe's gamemanship take control of the match. And the referee, you know, he's probably got a candlelit dinner planned with the manager David Artell tonight, saying, oh, thanks for paying me 50 quid and bribing me to give your team the win today. You know, very, very good. You know, that referee's going to go on a candlelit dinner and then take him to the hotel men's room, and you know what goes on behind closed doors there. But the referee was 50% of the problem. The other 50% was our own fault. And, you know, we've got to do better than that. Magic Gomez, again! What? How long do you persevere with this guy? And I said at the start of the season he was getting goal after goal after goal after goal, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, maybe this is Magic Gomez's season. Maybe he will not be inconsistent this season. But no, he's back to his old self again. Average performances and not doing well. He provided 1 big assist, 1 major assist, and that was it. Rest of the time, and he was playing at Cam. He was playing at Cam, and I know that Taylor Richards was out today. It's a slight little knock injury, so hopefully we get more details about Richards' injury. But why play Gomez at Cam if he's got the creativity of a brain-dead mathematician? That's no creativity whatsoever. You know, it's like trying to put Pablo Picasso, who's got a brain-dead thinking way of life, in a room full of artists that have got A-levels and A-stars. You know, it's absolutely brain-dead, no creativity whatsoever. Gomez, apart from that one major assist, didn't create much, and if you're playing at cam, you need to be creative. You know, and I think at least for one of the goals, Bursic should do better with that. So much better, and it's not like Bursic to do that, so I hope he learns from that. But apart from that, it was just Crewe's gamemanship taking control and taking charge. And we just couldn't do much to stop it, to be perfectly honest. We couldn't do much to stop it. And like I said, the referee's going to go on a candlelit dinner now with David Artell, and then afterwards, you know where they're going. They're going behind closed doors, and they're going to pay a different way. And you know what happens behind closed doors, ladies and gentlemen. Sexy stuff goes on. But the manager and the referee surely have some kind of bribery in charge, because the referee was giving everything to Crewe Alexandra, and they were giving nothing to us, even when it should have been our decision. Even when it should have gone our way, he was giving it to Crewe. And that's just disgraceful refereeing. And I'll revert back to that other incident. Why did it hit our elbow, but they gave it a free kick? When it hits the Crewe elbow, they don't give it a free kick. It's just... I don't get it. I literally don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what refereeing is anymore. And you know what? It reverts back to that handball rule as well, doesn't it? It reverts back to that. And, you know, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I've completely lost it. But to be fair, I did say in the preview that Crewe are a dangerous side on their best day. Today was one of their better days, but it's not just the way that they played at times. It was the fact the referee was getting bribed. Like, you know, if I was going into a 100-metre sprint with Sonic, I'd be bribing the referees to start tripping up Sonic every few yards just to give me a head start. You know, the referee bribed his way into that game, and he gave pretty much nearly every decision to Crewe Alexandra, and he only gave a couple to us. And the referee, and you know what the best part is? The referee's going to be out of the firing line for Crewe Alexandra. They're not going to say, oh, well, the referee should have had a better game, but I'm glad we got the 3 points. They're just going to take that. They are going to take that. And I've been saying, and all the way throughout the game, I was saying about the referee. I was shouting at the referee out from the screen. I was like, well, come on, referee. You're giving bad decisions away. Why don't you just, you know, lift up your top and show us your Crewe Alexandra shirt? You know, and the referee had a poor game today, but we had a poor game as well. So, overall, 2-1 win for Crewe. It's good for them, because they're going to start rising up that table now. Sunderland lost. Hull lost. Ipswich lost. We got Lincoln coming up on Saturday. Plymouth won, I think. I think the last score was about 1 or 2-0 to Plymouth against Wigan, so very good for them. But we've got them on Tuesday. Then we've got Lincoln on Saturday. So, 2 massive games, because Plymouth are on a lot of good form. Lincoln are, you know, near the top of the league, so they're going to be on form as well. It's tough. It's going to be tough, but we've got to do better than this. And if we're going to do better than this, it means that Gomez can't start. Okunabiri, thank God he's the only out-and-out striker right now, because Okunabiri, he should have put at least 2 chances away in the second half, and he should have put loads of chances away in the first half. But again, Rusty doesn't look good enough. And, you know, he had a whirl of a game against Ipswich, but, you know, I admire the work rate, but he just didn't put away that many chances. And it's the 2 things that we've discussed about: putting chances away and consistency in games. And I said at the start of the season, consistency, consistent run of games, not 2 or 3 games in a row where we win, and then go on a losing or draw streak for a couple of games, then winning for a couple of games, then losing for a couple of games. That is our Achilles heel. You know, we might be the most immortal god on the universe, but we always have a weakness, and our weakness in this god form is consistency. It's like having Cadbury's factory. You might be earning millions upon millions upon millions, and, you know, you might be earning millions of pounds from Cadbury sales, but that Achilles heel is one mistake, and you could be in the firing line, whether it's your job, whether it's your money you're making, how you made the factory. I don't care. An Achilles heel is something you've done wrong to make the money in the first place. Not everything's immortal. Not everyone is immortal. And our Achilles heel is consistency. And that's what we need to improve on if we're going to become a bigger club. So let's get straight into the player ratings before I summarise what we need to do against Plymouth on Tuesday. So kicking off the player ratings, we start with Joseph Bursick in goal. He's going to get a 5 from me. I think that overall he was just, apart from the goal that I think he should have saved better, I think that letting in 2 goals just wasn't an overall decent performance. It wasn't, but hopefully Bursick can bounce back from this, but this is probably his worst performance in a Rovers shirt this season so far, so I think that he will hopefully improve on that. Starting off with the left back, Reece James, I'm going to give him a 6. Not good, not bad, just average. And I think that hopefully he should do better, but I do think that hopefully he will improve on that. Like I said with Bursick, hopefully he will improve on that. In the centre-back pairing, Anderson gets a 7. Overall, just the better of the 2 centre-backs, but hopefully we'll improve on a couple of errors. I mean, one of his challenges was a little late, unfortunately, but hopefully he will improve on them. Joe Wright gets a 6. Again, another average performance. Hopefully he can improve on that, but for today at least, I think that he just wasn't at his best. Brad Halliday, 7. I think out of the fullbacks he was the better one. I think he was doing better overall, and I think that hopefully Halliday will keep that momentum forward in better victories for the whole team rather than just better performances for himself and bad performances for the team. So hopefully Halliday can improve on a 7 going forward, but it's a good starting point. In the midfield, Ben Whiteman gets a 7 from me. I think he was man of the match. I think he was putting in another captain's performance, but overall hopefully the rest of his team can pull his weight. Matt Smith gets a 6. I think that not as good as previous performances, but overall I think it was still better than other players, so hopefully we'll improve on that. Starting off in the wing then, Josh Sims gets a 7. He got the equaliser, and overall he had a really good game, but I hope the rest of the team again can pull their weight. Magic Gomez gets a 6 from me, and that's just being generous. I could be giving him a 5 if it wasn't for the assist that he gave. Just overall just wasn't good at all, and he needs to improve. If he's going to start again against Plymouth on Tuesday, he needs to improve. John Taylor, he wasn't on the pitch long, only 89 minutes, so I'm going to stick with the average 6 for him, but that's not even a rating, that's just the average rating. So I think John Taylor just hopefully that knock is just a knock, it's not a full injury, and hopefully he'll be back soon. And for Jiri Okunabiri, had loads of chances in both halves, didn't put them away. Overall a 6. I can't give him anything higher. Could go a 5 if he didn't have that many chances, but Okunabiri needs to improve on his goal scoring opportunities. He needs to take more of his chances, because I think if he took more of his chances with how many he was getting, I think he could definitely get a lot of goals this season, but he's just not taking them. So he needs more confidence boosting from the team. Substitutes. Taylor was replaced, of course, in the 9th minute for an injury. Lakilo comes back on for his first appearance since he was injured a few weeks ago. 7 from me. I think he was absolutely brilliant. Great replacement for Taylor, but hopefully he can improve on that, and I've got a feeling he will start on Tuesday. I think Taylor will be on the bench if it is a knock. Coppinger came on in the 73rd minute for Smith. I'm going to give him a 5. Coppinger just wasn't at the races today, but I hope he can improve on that. And then 2 minutes to go before added time, Gomez came off for Cameron John. I'm going to give Cameron John an average 6 because, of course, you can't really rate Cameron John because he didn't do much. So, overall, I'd say probably best player was Ben Whiteman. There's a few other 7s in there as well, but overall needs to do a lot better. So there we go. That is the player ratings, and the torch just came on lovely and shiny there. So, what do we need to do against Plymouth? Well, we need to be more ruthless in our attacking play. We need to take more chances. It was like Pele in front of a tank. You might be one of the world's best footballers, but you're not going to break down a tank with footballs. You're going to need to shoot a load of balls to eventually break the tank. So we do need to take more of our chances, and we need to be more ruthless. At times today, like I said, we had the ruthlessness of the slowest snail in the world in a NASCAR race. We had to have more ruthlessness on our side. And the referee you know, referee, if you're watching this, did you have a nice candlelit dinner with the Crewe manager? Did you have some private business behind closed doors in the hotel room? We need better refereeing in this country. There's and it's not just this league. It's the Championship. It's League Two. It's the Premier League. Because is there any wonder why there is no English referees in worldwide competitions? The World Cup, the Euros, the Champions League, the Europa League. Is there any wonder? Because the refereeing quality has been poor for years. Even before the introduction of VAR into the top league, refereeing in this country has been poor for years, and the referee needs to improve. Hopefully we're going to have a 50-50 referee. We're not going to have a full 100% Crewe Alexandra referee with a hidden Crewe shirt underneath his refereeing shirt. But, you know, we just got to improve on that. Like I said, it was 50-50. It was 50% our fault, 50% the referee's fault in that game today. But, you know, I'm not going to shy away from it. We do need to be more ruthless. We do need to take more chances. And that's something that Darren Moore has to work on in training until Tuesday for the Plymouth match. So don't forget, Tuesday we face Plymouth. Saturday we face Lincoln. And hopefully we can get back on the road with some victories in that. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this match review. See you guys for a daily reports, wrapping up the rest of the Premier League, Championship and League 2 and League 1 fixtures and tables after today's games. That'll be coming tomorrow as per usual after a match day. And then don't forget, stay tuned on Monday for our match preview for Plymouth Argyle. Thank you very much, guys. I am the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan for the latest football content. Thank you very much. I hope the referee had a good candlelit dinner, and good night.